The New Britain Bees take the field tonight looking for their first series win of the second half of the Atlantic League season. They will send newly signed UConn graduate Greg Nappo to the mound. He will be opposed by Will Oliver, a familiar foe for the New Britain Bees, here tonight at New Britain Stadium in Game 3 of the three-game set between the Somerset Patriots and the New Britain Bees. Good evening, ladies. Stadium. The New Britain Bees played yesterday on the 4th of July, dropping an 8-4 decision to the Somerset Patriots. Their first loss of the second half, and enter today's game 1-1 in the second stanza of the Atlantic League season. Last night's game, or yesterday's game, featured a home run by Michael Kraus and a 3-run bottom of the 8th inning. Somerset had the 5-run top of the 8th in order to go ahead for the remainder of the game. Efrain Nieves took his first win of the year. Nate Rowe his third loss of the season. And the game started by Mike Lee, who looked very good for 6 1/3 innings for New Britain. Tonight, it'll be Greg Nappo on the mound for the New Britain Bees. He's made one appearance out of the pen. He allowed 3 runs in that appearance, but he'll move into the starting rotation for the night as the Bees' 6th starter, slotting in between Lee and Greenwood with the rainouts last weekend, necessitating the extra starter. Meanwhile, Will Oliver will toe the rubber for the Somerset Patriots. Oliver making his 3rd appearance and 2nd start against the Bees this year. He is 1-0 against New Britain with a 2.70 ERA. Across 10 innings, he's allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, and struck out 9. Bees saw a lot of Will Oliver last year as well, as overall, Oliver has made a grand total of 6 appearances, 5 starts against the Bees. He is 3-1 with an ERA about 2.5 overall in 36 innings pitched. So a tough challenge for the New Britain Bees today. It'll be a matchup of right-hander Oliver, left-hander Nappo. Nappo signing with the Bees last week after being released by the Miami Marlins organization. He was teammates with Anthony Marzi as the Bees lost Marzi to Cedar Rapids, actually started 2 days ago for the Colonels, and struck out a career-high 7 across 6+ innings of work out in single-A ball with the Twins. The Bees will use a different look lineup today. Yusuke Kajimoto is out of the lineup for the New Britain Bees. He is dealing with a minor ailment, so Jake McGuigan will slot in at second base. Meanwhile, Somerset mixing up their lineup again. We'll have both the lineups, along with the national anthem in the first pitch, when we return here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Some baseball to your summer? 10-game mini plans are on sale now with the New Britain Bees. Signing up for a 10-game mini plan includes a special early entrance to New Britain Stadium, a 10% discount at Bee Hive and Company, first opportunity for 2017 playoff tickets, an opportunity to throw out a first pitch, and more. For more information and to get your mini plan today, visit nbbs.com/tickets and click on the mini plan tab, or call the box office at 860-826-BEES.
New Britain Bees baseball, it's better with the Bees.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights on the town, Connecticut can be a pretty fun place to be this time of year. But if you get behind the wheel after even just a few drinks, things will get pretty unfun pretty fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
Red line, 20 minutes away.
Can't get a
signal. So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Will Oliver. Oliver this season against the Bees, 2 appearances, 1 start, and a 1-0 record. Overall, Oliver has appeared in 10 games, and 4 of those have been starts. 31 2/3 innings pitched, a 3-1 record, a 5.40 ERA, 25 strikeouts, and 16 walks for Oliver. Opponents batting .328 against the right-hander. For the New Britain Bees, who are managed by Stan Clyburn, their hitting coach is Craig Maddox, their pitching coach is Sean Gilblair, and their bench coach is Daisuke Yoshida. New look lineup, or a different look lineup, for the Bees here tonight. James Skelton will lead things off. He is the catcher. He'll be followed by Jake McGuigan at second base, batting second. In the 3 spot, it's Jovan Rosa. He'll be over at third base, followed by Craig Maddox in the cleanup spot, playing first. In the 5 spot, it's Connor Bierfeld. He is over in left field. Jordan Hinshaw bats 6th. He'll be over in right. Michael Kraus rounds out the outfield, batting 7th in center field. In the 8th spot, it's Jamar Walton. He's the designated hitter. And batting 9th is Michael Baca. He will be at short. Man on the mound for the New Britain Bees, Greg Nappo, former UConn standout, making his 2nd appearance for the New Britain Bees this year. He's pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 runs. A home run allowed by Nappo, with a very limited sample size for the left-hander who lives in Madison, Connecticut. As we wait for the Bees to take the field here, Bryce, welcome to tonight's broadcast. What do the Bees need to do tonight to win their first series in the second half?
Thanks, Chris. Well, for the Bees here this evening, if they can keep the game close and really stay away from giving up 5 or a large number of runs in an inning, that's something that can really help them, and it's happened to them a few times in playing Somerset. One series they gave up 7 runs in the first inning, and yesterday they had 5 runs in the inning. So staying away from that could maybe help them to pick up another victory against the Patriots.
We will now send things down to field level for the playing of the national anthem, Sue and Ginny, the Twin Fiddlers. The 2017 New Britain Bees season is presented by Stanley Black & Decker. Bees would like to thank Stanley Black & Decker and all of our corporate sponsors for their support of New Britain Bees baseball during the 2017 season and beyond. As Napo starts his warm-up tosses, let's give you the defensive alignment behind him from left to right across the outfield. Connor Bierfeld in left field, Michael Krause in center, Jordan Hinshaw is in right. Around the horn starting at third. Jovan Rosamans the hot corner. Michael Baca is at short. Jake McGuigan is at second. And Craig Maddox is at first. James Skelton does the catching for Greg Napo, who is displaying a windup. He will use a windup, which he did not use in his first Bees game, as he makes his first start for the New Britain Bees here this season. A spot start. Wouldn't expect him to go more than 3 or so innings. Napo, who had experience in the 2013 World Baseball Classic, is a member of Team Columbia from Madison, Connecticut. Went to the University of Connecticut, just like Anthony Marzi. He spent 7 seasons in the Marlins organization before landing with the New Britain Bees. In his career, he's appeared in 217 games, just 13 starts. This is 14th of his career. As Skelton throws down to McGuigan covering second, and we are ready to start the third and final game of the series and the final visit by Somerset during the regular season to New Britain Stadium. Gorgeous night for baseball here. 81 degrees and sunny, completely clear skies here at the Hive. So in steps Scott Kelly in this series. He's done some damage, 2 hits in his first game. He scored a run in both games so far. In fact, has scored 2 runs in each game. As Kelly waits for the pitch. Napo winds and deals. First pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway. 6:36 comes the first pitch here at New Britain Stadium. 81 degrees and clear here at New Britain Stadium. Thanks for joining us here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network. Kelly grounds this out towards short. Up with it, Baca. He fires to first low, dug out by Maddox. And one shortstop throws out another to start this game. That'll bring up Christian Marrero, a left-handed bat, in the lineup at first base as Carlos Guzman gets the day off. Marrero batting .381, 2 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Yesterday, a 2-run single and a RBI single in the 8th and 9th inning, really putting the game out of reach for the Bees. He also scored a pair of runs in yesterday's contest. He did not play in the first game of the series. Napo kicks and deals the pitch. Bounces away as that hit the dirt, skipped over Skelton's glove, and ended up back at the backstop. Ball 1.
When the Bees do go into the bullpen a little bit earlier today than they might have, it would be a good day for that, as the Bees have an off day tomorrow before going the short drive to Bridgeport.
Very true. Yesterday, the Bees using 4 members of their bullpen, the day before 3. Unlikely that Rowe is available for the 3rd straight day. Same with Fry. Even though they didn't go full innings, his count now 2-1 after a foul ball down the right field line. Napo with a slower windup. Takes him a while to go through his motion. Very similar delivery to Nick Greenwood, maybe a little bit more over the top. Greenwood throws more towards the 3/4 arm slot when he delivers. Napo kicks and deals the pitch. 2-1, in for a strike as it nails the outside corner. Good fastball from Napo, and the count's 2-2. Every strikeout this season by the Bees at home will help strike out domestic violence. Is this a ringing single out to right field? Hinshaw has it, and Marrero gets the first hit of the game for Somerset. Every strikeout here at New Britain Stadium will help strike out domestic violence, as each K by the Bees pitching staff here in the Hardware City will be a $10 donation from Beacon Pharmacy to the Prudence Crandall Center to help strike out domestic violence. So far this year, Bees pitchers have struck out 204 batters at New Britain Stadium. That's $2,040 donated to the Prudence Crandall Center. First pitch into Omo Rosario is there for a strike. Rosario had 2 runs batted in yesterday, also stole a base. 2 for 4 with a sac fly. He's played both games this series. It's a breaking ball in for a strike over the inside part of the plate, and the count 0-2. Napo pounding the strike zone early. Contact made by both the first 2 batters. One a ground out, one a single. 0-2 from Napo. Goes to the off-speed pitch. It's skied out towards right field, hooking foul into the Bees' bullpen. Traveled a lot farther than I thought it would. The wind's blowing directly out to center here at New Britain Stadium tonight. But the count, 0-2, remains to Rosario.
See if Napo can bear down, try to get that strikeout, and have a scoreless top of the first.
This is lined right back to Napo. He grabs it with his glove. He'll fire to Baca for 1. Baca to first for the double play, started by Napo, as that was a defensive grab on the mound, and he'll get the 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. It is scoreless here at New Britain Stadium. Somerset 0. Bees coming up here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
So, Amara, you're a Verizon engineer. Tell me, what's one really good reason why the Samsung Galaxy S8 is better on Verizon?
Well, we have the largest 4G LTE network in America.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
And the most reliable. And with unlimited, you get full HD video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 2, maybe even 3 reasons right there.
It's exactly 3.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
If you really, really want the best, switch to Verizon Unlimited and get the Galaxy S8 for just $15 a month.
I saw you take those phones, you know.
No, you didn't.
Bottom of the first inning, no score as the Bees come to the plate for the first time. They will face Will Oliver, and here's the defense behind him. From left to right, across the outfield, Aaron Eggleston in left, Justin Pagioli in center, and Greg Golson over in right. Around the horn starting at third, Omo Rosario, the third baseman. Scott Kelly is at short, Tyler Bortnick's at second, and Christian Marrero is at first. Jovan Gonzalez does the catching. His leading things off will be James Skelton. Skelton has been relegated to the number 2 spot in the lineup for some time here. He has not been the leadoff hitter for about 3 weeks at this point, as the first pitch misses for a ball. .234 average, 8 home runs, 15 runs batted in. His on-base percentage is over 400, but just barely. .403. He's 5th in the Atlantic League in that category. The pitch from Oliver. Strike over the outside corner with the fastball, and the count is 1-1. Yusuke Kajimoto had been the regular leadoff man. He's out with an injury here today. Jake McGuigan takes his spot at second base, as the last time that Skelton was the leadoff hitter was June 7th in Game 1 of a doubleheader against the Long Island Ducks. Count runs to 1-2 to Skelton. Will be followed by McGuigan and Rosa here in the inning. The pitch. Down low with a fastball, 2-2 the count. Will Oliver from Newport Beach, California. Started the year in Mexico, came back to Somerset. Was with Somerset last year. Known for his 2015 playoff performances with the Patriots, of which James Skelton was his backstop. Pitch misses down low, 3-0. Another fastball from Oliver.
Oliver needs to throw some strikes. Also in that 2015 season, he pitched for the Evansville Otters before coming to Somerset of the Frontier League, the Otters.
Oliver to the belt, payoff pitch, outside, ball 4, and Skelton walks for a league-leading 53rd time this year as he reaches base. He is currently on pace for about 103 walks, 2 more than the current league record of 101. As Jake McGuigan steps in, a reminder that every home run hit here at New Britain Stadium is a Stanley Tape Measure Challenge shot. Each home run means $100 for House of Heroes, this year's local New Britain charity. So far, 28 home runs hit here at New Britain Stadium, halfway or more than halfway to last year's goal. Last year, 54 home runs at home, $5,400 donated to last year's charity, which was CCARC. This year, House of Heroes, so far getting a $2,800 donation as the first pitch misses to McGuigan. 1-0. This is slashed out towards right field. A base hit rolling towards the corner. Over to play it is Golson. He headed for second is McGuigan. He will slide in with a double. Up to third base goes Skelton. And McGuigan has 4 hits in his last 5 at-bats, and he's brought his average above 200 for the first time this season.
Got his average over the Mendoza line, and the Bees have 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. They've gotten their 2 leadoff batters on base.
So with McGuigan at second, Skelton over at third, Jovan Rosa steps in. 2016 and 17 Atlantic League All-Star, batting .272, 8 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Of course, he's played in every single game in Bees franchise history. 1 for 5 yesterday with a double. Oliver kicks and deals. First pitch hammered out towards left field and deep. Eggleston turns around. That ball is gone. It's off the scoreboard. A 3-run home run for Jovan Rosa, and it's 3-0 New Britain. That's a Stanley Tape Measure Challenge shot. Rosa's 9th of the year, and it is 3-0 Bees.
Big answer there. The Bees were able to get a couple runners on base, and then Jovan comes up and does what he does so well, hits a 3-run homer, puts the Bees out in a nice early 3-0 cushion.
So with the 3-run shot, it's now 3-0 New Britain, and that's your DATCO drive of the game. For all your transportation needs, call DATCO at 800-229-4879 or visit DATCO.com. Maddox will single this out towards right field just beyond the glove of Bortnick, and the Bees have 4 straight base runners to start this game. They're giving Somerset a taste of their own medicine. Somerset sent 9 men to the plate in the 8th inning yesterday and have had a couple 7-man innings. The 8th on Monday, they sent 7 to the plate, which they again did in the 7th inning and the 9th inning of yesterday's game. So far, 4 Bees have come to the plate. No outs have been recorded.
Will Oliver's been leaving some of those pitches up where the Bees are able to elevate them and drive them.
So in steps Connor Bierfeld. 13 home runs, 39 runs batted in. The Bees leader in RBIs. First pitch. This is down low, ball 1. Bierfeld also an all-star this year. Will actually be participating in the home run derby. He's actually now 2nd in RBIs with that 3-run home run. As he swings and a miss. 1-1 the count. So Rosa now leads the Bees, 42 runs batted in. The 1-1 coming to Bierfeld. Breaking ball misses down low. And it's 2-1. The 1-2. Oliver delivers, swung on and missed. That'll be the first out of the game as Bierfeld strikes out. So Bierfeld is retired. That brings Jordan Hinshaw to the plate. Hinshaw batting .375, 1 home run, and 8 runs batted in on the year. Hinshaw, right-handed hitter. Another California native, Hinshaw from Long Beach. And he will lay down a bunt foul. That was right by the hand of Hinshaw, near the bat's label. It'll be strike 1 as it goes foul.
Nice play to try and bunt, maybe move that runner to second, or even try and get himself on first base if the defense wasn't expecting that.
With Hinshaw's speed, even if the defense is expecting it, and Rosario's playing about even with the bag, he could probably make it on base. The 0-1, Hinshaw swings away and misses at a breaking ball away.
Wanted to switch up there and swing. Just defense thought he might be bunting, so they might have been ready to come running in or had stepped in a little bit, so tried to swing and send one by him.
Gonzalez comes to the set, or gives it a sign to the set Oliver. The 0-2, Hinshaw swings and misses. Curveball down low in the dirt. Back-to-back strikeouts for Will Oliver. And that brings Michael Kraus to the plate. Kraus with his 11th home run of the year last night. Has 37 runs batted in, a .270 average. He is also an Atlantic League All-Star. 3 offensive All-Stars for the Bees. The lone pitcher in the All-Star game for New Britain is Nate Rowe, New Jersey native. So 2 down, runner at first in the form of Maddox. The pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 1 as that dropped right over the heart of the plate. This is fouled away. And the count's 0-2. So Oliver's come back from allowing 4 straight base runners to strike out 2 and now has Kraus down in an 0-2 hole. Breaking ball down low. And up to second base goes Craig Maddox. It'll be a wild pitch as that skyrocketed off the plate.
Tried to get him to go fishing at a ball low in the dirt, and he just threw it a little bit too low and didn't make it to his catcher.
So 1-2 the count. Maddox leads off second. Kelly not paying him any attention. Bortnick is closer to the bag, but still playing Kraus as this is chopped towards third. Rosario backing up. He will fire across the diamond in time, and the side is retired. 7 men come to the plate. 3 of them score on the 3-run home run by Jovan Rosa. 3 hits in the inning for the Bees, and it's 3-0 New Britain after 1.
To your summer, 10-game mini plans are...
The baseball team, the Bees, taking shape. Buzz about New Britain's new professional.
Let's also bark in the park here at New Britain Stadium, so pups around the ballpark. You're wolfing. That is to be expected. And out towards right field. It bangs off the wall. 1 run will score.
Going back whenever crossed through that runner out where Coach Glenn Barker might have wishing he wouldn't have been so bold.
Greg Nappo staked to a 3-0 lead as he goes to work here in the bottom half of the second inning. He will face Roller, Golson, or top half of the second inning. Roller, Golson, and Gonzalez due up as Nappo kicks and fires. The first pitch to Roller is over for a strike.
Really has to be a comfort for a pitcher making his first start here for the Bees to get out such a nice lead, and Jovan Rosa helping him out with that 3-run home run.
Especially a pitcher who hasn't started all that often like Nappo, as this is grounded out towards first. Nappo covers, and that'll be out number 1. All 4 outs have come on ground balls so far as Greg Golson steps to the plate.
It was good for Nappa to get over there and cover first base, because had he not made it, first baseman would have had to try and take the ball over there himself, and Nappa was there to receive the throw. Sometimes the pitcher doesn't always go over there, but he was alert and knew that's where he should be.
So Golson comes to the plate from the right side against the Bees this year. He's driven in 5 runs, batting .286 against his former team. His first series, he did quite well with 4 doubles against New Britain, but has cooled off since as he takes a strike from Napo. Napo most recently with the AA affiliate of the Miami Marlins. Do you know what they're called, Bryce?
I think it's the Jacksonville Summer Shrimp or something, right?
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, yes.
I tried to steal it from your friend Mark, but I didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah, he was with actually a former Somerset Patriot, David Vidal, who last year hit like 20 home runs in 86 games here in the Atlantic League. He was tearing it up. And Napo split time between the AA team, which is the Jumbo Shrimp, and the AAA team. He's actually spent more time at AAA than any other level in his career. Napo with the AAA New Orleans Baby Cakes as well. Both teams branded by Brandios. Same team that did the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, the Jacksonville Fire Frogs, or not the Jacksonville Fire Frogs, the Florida Fire Frogs. Say that 10 times fast. But both those teams that Napo played for in the Miami Marlins system rebranded this offseason. It used to be the New Orleans Zephyrs and the Jacksonville Suns. 3-2 pitch to Golson. This is blooped out towards center. Coming in is Kraus. He tumbles but makes the catch. Great catch by Michael Kraus to rob his former outfield partner. And that will be out number 2. As a tumbling catch, Kraus running in to make the snag on a dying liner.
He tumbled, he was able to catch that. He caught that because it might have easily bounced by him had he not been able to catch that. Napo played for AAA New Orleans, which is in the Pacific Coast League, which is a very heavily flight-dominated AAA league with teams in such non-Pacific Coast League cities as Memphis and teams in such Pacific League cities as Tucson and San Jose, western cities like that. So not a fun league to be in.
Although charter flights are nice, if they're flying charter flights.
They don't take charter flights. They take commercial flights with normal people.
Just like we do down in Texas. It's not so bad, but it's nice that we do it infrequently. The 2 trips down to Sugar Land are very early mornings. Last year was 3, and 3 trips down to Sugar Land, all starting at 2 o'clock in the morning on the days that we traveled down, and 2 o'clock on the morning on the way back. Next trip to Sugar Land is the end of August, and that, I believe, will be a departure out of New York City as the count runs 3-1 to Yovan Gonzalez.
But since the Bees were able to play a 6-game series at Sugar Land to rival the AAA minor league series of 5 games, only have to go there twice to play their 10 games this season.
This is fouled away by Gonzalez down the right field side, 3-2 the count. Bees' next road trip starts on July 17th. They spend a lot of time in the Nutmeg State as they will face Bridgeport this weekend after an off day tomorrow, then return on the Friday following to face Southern Maryland here at New Britain Stadium. Then a week-long road trip and then a really long stretch at home as this is chopped towards third. Rose is up with it. He will fire across the diamond in time, and Gonzalez is retired. Somerset goes down in order, 1-2-3. Napo's face the minimum through 2. And after an inning and a half, it is 3-0 Bees over Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Bees fans, stay up to date on the latest team news and notes by following the Bees on social media.
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights on the town, Connecticut can be a pretty fun place to be this time of year. But if you get behind the wheel after even just a few drinks, things will get pretty unfun pretty fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just accept this for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Bottom half of the second inning, 3-0. The New Britain Bees have the lead over Somerset. It'll be Walton, Baca, and Skelton due up for the New Britain Bees as they face Will Oliver once again here in the second inning. Make sure to follow the Bees on social media for all the latest team news and notes. Like the Bees on Facebook, facebook.com/New Britain Bees. Follow on Twitter and Instagram @New Britain Bees. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/New Britain Bees. And find us on Snapchat as well. New Britain Bees is the handle there. And for the first time ever, we're broadcasting live on Twitter along with Facebook and YouTube. The only place you can't watch us right now is Instagram and Snapchat. 3 out of 5 ain't bad. Not quite what Meatloaf said, but I'll take it. 1-2 the count to Jamar Walton as he swings and misses at a breaking ball from Oliver, who's working quickly. Actually 1-1 the count. Now coming set is Oliver. He's working out of this set position. This will be chopped foul off the Bees dugout and up into the stands. As mentioned in the top of the inning, the Bees have a long homestand or long amount of time here in Connecticut. They will not leave the state until July 17th for a week in Long Island and in Somerset and Bridgewater. And after that, they play a lot of games at home from July 24th to August 21st. The Bees will play just 8 games on the road. One of those games against the Bridgeport Bluefish the same day that they play a home game, the home-and-home doubleheader on August 19th. Overall, it's a grand total of 9. So the majority of the home schedule taking place between the last week of July and the 3rd week of August. First pitch to Baca is a strike. Walton struck out. He was the 3rd strikeout victim for Will Oliver. Now comes to the set. He's using the set position exclusively. Last time the Bees saw him, his first start against them was down in Bridgewater. He used the windup as the count now 0-2 to Baca.
That's about 20% of their home schedule coming up in those weeks.
Should be a nice, not relaxing, as it is a pennant race, but should be a familiar setting the entire time the Bees are here in Connecticut.
And a chance to really build up a potential big lead in the division if the Bees can keep playing as they've done here in the first 2 games of the second half. It's really a good chance Monday to set the restart and try to have a good second half.
The 1-2, this one slashed up the first baseline, but foul. That was right off the end of the bat. As Baca, using his bat as defensive mechanism, just slapping that away on a pitch he couldn't handle. Now chopped to the other side, the third base side. Daisuke Yoshida will field it and flip it to a fan. One and 2 the count. Still, swung on and missed. Fastball high and inside, gets Baca. 4th strikeout for Will Oliver through the first 2 innings. And that'll be out number 2.
So since Oliver gave up those runs, he's been successful, but it could be a day where 3 runs was 1, 2, or 3 too many for him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see exactly how far Napo can go into this game, because Napo has not been stretched out as a starter this year. He's made exactly one start. Actually, excuse me, he has made no starts this year for Jacksonville or New Orleans. His last start coming last year for the New Orleans Zephyrs. It's the 0-1. In for a strike to Skelton, who's down the count 0-2. Skelton walked in his first at-bat and scored on the home run by Rosa. Since the 2014 season, 2012 season, Napo's only made 3 starts as Oliver strikes out the side in order, and the Bees are set down here in the second. We head to the third inning. The score 3-0 New Britain over Somerset here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Come see why it's better with the Bees. Connecticut's most affordable, family-friendly baseball. Great action and even better memories every time out. Tickets start at 5.
So, Amara, you're a Verizon engineer. Tell me, what's one really good reason why the Samsung Galaxy S8 is better on Verizon?
Well, we have the largest 4G LTE network in America.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
And the most reliable. And with unlimited, you get full HD video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 2, maybe even 3 reasons right there.
It's exactly 3.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
If you really, really want the best, switch to Verizon Unlimited. Galaxy S8 for just $15 a month.
I saw you take those phones, you know.
No, you didn't.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master-passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Franchise history.
At True Timber,
1 for 5
we pour
yesterday
everything
with
we
the double.
have into the details of our pattern.
Oliver King.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Has faced the minimum through the first 2 innings, allowing 1 hit to Christian Marrero and retiring him on a 1-6-3 double play. DACO is the official transportation partner of the New Britain Bees and provides all the team's ground transportation for the 2017 season. If your group or organization needs quality transportation options, DACO's got you covered. For more information, call 800-229-4879 or visit daco.com as the first pitch to Pacioli is in there for a strike.
If Napo can't make it through 5 innings, there'll be a clamoring in the bullpen to see who can come in and possibly pick up the victory.
Pacioli puts down a bunt. Nice defensive play made by Napo as that was bunted towards the pitcher's mound on the first base side. Napo off the bag with the backhand snag and an underhanded flip, almost a sidearm flip, over to Maddox at first. Nice play made by Napo. That'll be out number 1. 6 of the first 7 outs have been recorded via a ground out for Napo, as he helps himself out for the 2nd time tonight. First pitch into Bortnick, misses for ball 1. Napa will miss again, this time outside with an off-speed pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Bortnick has played both the games so far this series, 0 for 4 yesterday. He was 1 for 4 with a double in his first game against the Bees this series. 2-1 the count. This is sent out towards right center field. On the run is Kraus. Going back is Hinshaw. He'll make the catch next to Kraus. Will cross behind him, and that'll be out number 2. Nobody on for Eggleston, left-handed batter. 278 average for Aaron Eggleston, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, as did today's starter Will Oliver. 1 home run for Eggleston and 21 runs batted in. Napo tries to get through the first 3 innings, having only faced the minimum. First pitch spins Eggleston out of the box, ball 1. Pitch in for a strike, 1-1 the count. The odd thing about Napo being in the Atlantic League right now is that his career ERA across 7 seasons is 2.90 in affiliated baseball. As Michael Kraus will haul in this shallow fly out to center, and the side is retired. 1 hit through the first 3 innings for the Patriots, but they have had no base runner since the first. We head to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Bees over Somerset here on the Bees Broadcast Network.
Come see why it's better with the Bees, Connecticut's most affordable, family-friendly baseball. Great action and even...
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
No bars. Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right. So I ordered you a car. Thank you. I want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our pattern, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Jake McGuigan steps in to lead off the bottom of the third. 3-0, the Bees have the lead. It's McGuigan, Rosa, and Maddox due up. All 3 had hits in their first at-bats. As the first pitch is in for a strike to Jake McGuigan. Take a look around the Atlantic League this half inning, and we'll have our trivia next inning. Question the top half, answer the bottom half, as this is grounded softly out towards third. Rosario up with it, fires a strike to first, and McGuigan is retired.
Had a good strong throw on that ball. Really popped the first baseman's glove when he caught that.
In the bottom of the second inning, down in Southern Maryland, Sugar Land has a 4-0 lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. That's a matchup of the Freedom Division, in which there is no first half champion yet. Meanwhile, Long Island has a 1-0 lead over Lancaster. That's in the top of the third. Bridgeport and York getting underway right now at 7:12, which will be our game time on Friday in Bridgeport. First pitch to Rosa misses outside, ball 1. Expect Oliver to be very careful with Rosa after the 3-run blast off the scoreboard. Probably about a 415-foot homer. This is chopped high over Oliver. Coming in is Bortnick, the second baseman. He'll field it on the run, fires to first. That'll be out number 2.
So the Freedom Division's coming down to that 1-game playoff on July 28th.
It is indeed. They actually finished with identical records. And pending the 1-game playoff, it'll also swing the tiebreakers. There are no tiebreakers that actually work for either team right now.
Who gets to host?
Southern Maryland will host because it's a rain out of a game that took place in Southern Maryland. So each team's only played 69 first half games instead of the regulation 70s. First pitch misses to Maddox. Inside, ball 1. So on July 28th, we will get our Freedom Division first half winner.
That'll be a doubleheader day.
It'll be a doubleheader, yes, but it will have massive playoff implications, and then they'll play again for a second half game as this is grounded out towards second. Bortnick's up with it. The Bees are retired quickly. 1, 2, 3. Headed to the 4th inning, 3-0 Bees. Our trivia question coming up when we return here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Some baseball to your summer? 10-game mini plans are on sale now with the New Britain Bees. Signing up for a 10-game mini plan includes a special early entrance to New Britain Stadium, a 10% discount at Bee Hive and Company, first opportunity for 2017 playoff tickets, an opportunity to throw out a first pitch, and more. For more information and to get your mini plan today, visit nbbs.com.
Things off for the Somerset Patriots here in the top of the fourth. It'll be the top of the order, Kelly, Marrero, and Rosario, as Greg Nappos faced the minimum through the first 3 innings. First pitch to Kelly. Breaking ball misses down low. Ball 1. It's time for our trivia question. Play along on Facebook or YouTube by leaving a comment, or on Periscope by leaving a comment, or you can tweet us at New Britain Bees. Today's trivia question: how many former Marlins farmhands are on the Bees roster? One of those is very obvious, and one of them is very not. How many former Marlins farmhands are on the Bees roster? There are multiple ones. We've given away one. We'll just have to figure out who else has played in the Marlins system. Answer coming up when we return, and yes, we do need names for the answer this time. The 2-1 coming from Kelly, or coming to Kelly, misses outside 3-1. Napo shaked off Skelton. They're still getting used to each other. This is popped up on the infield. Napo tried to take it himself, was called off by Maddox, who will squeeze it for out number 1. Unusual to see a pitcher catch a pop-up. Normally his infielders would call him off even if he has a good play on it.
Thankfully, Maddox was able to call him off and made the catch. Skelton has to do some work learning all these new pitchers every single time somebody gets signed and picked up, doesn't he?
He does, but I will also say that of the teams in the Atlantic League, the Bees have the fewest transactions compared to some of the other teams. So we try and make things easy on him, but that doesn't always happen. And for in this case, Ivan as well, yes. Ivan more so, because Ivan plays so infrequently with Skelton being the primary catcher that when he comes in the game, he could see a pitcher for the first time 3 weeks after that pitcher signs. You just never know. 1-0. In for a strike to Marrero, who has the lone hit in this game and is the lone base runner. He was promptly erased on a 1-6-3 double play. The 1-1. This is sent out towards left field over his Bierfeld. It will drop in the gap and roll to the wall. Marrero rounding first. He'll head to second, as Marrero has both hits for Somerset so far, a single and a double in the first and now the fourth innings. So that brings Rosario to the plate. Rosario grounded into that 1-6-3 double play in his first at-bat. So Rosario comes to the plate, runner at second, 1 out. Tying run would still be on deck as the first pitch is in for a strike. Napo starting to get up there in pitch count for someone who's not stretched out. He's at 42 pitches through 3 1/3. The 0-1, breaking ball, and no swing, says the first base umpire, Tim Rosso. Count evens at 1-1. 1-1 pitch, just misses over the inside. 2-1 the count. Napo stares in. Skelton gives him the sign. He accepts it and comes set. The pitch. Strike over the inside corner. Rosario doesn't like it. Count now 2-2. Fastball in on Rosario. Coming set is Napo. Short delivery. This is hammered down the left field line. Foul into the picnic area. It's hard hit, but a late swing.
Curved it too much. Should have swung down a little bit sooner. Fortunate for the Bees, he didn't and took it a long way foul.
Wouldn't have made it out of the park, but it would have banged off the wall at least. Probably a ground rule double with where the bullpen is situated for the Somerset Patriots. 2-2 coming from Napo. This is lined right back up the middle. It's a base hit. In comes Kraus, but stopping at third is Marrero as Rosario reaches. So now runners on the corners for Somerset.
That ball was hit hard, and Kraus was charging in, and Coach Glenn Barker did not want to risk getting a runner thrown out at the plate.
Especially with Kraus's throw. It was on target to Skelton. Napo backing him up at the plate. Bees outfield has a penchant for throwing out. Runners at the plate. So Roller will come to the plate. Power threat for the Somerset Patriots. Has 9 home runs this year, 3 against New Britain, including 1 this series. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Roller must have been looking fastball because that dropped right through the sweet spot of the plate. The 0-1 coming from Napo. Another curveball. This one misses too far inside. 1-1 the count.
See if the Bees can keep Somerset off the scoreboard here and still keep their 3-0 advantage.
This is hammered out towards right field and deep. Hinshaw back at the wall. He'll make the catch on the warning track. It's deep enough to score the run. Hinshaw's throw comes into short. It'll be a sac fly and an RBI for Roller. It's 3-1. As Somerset is on the board, Rosario remains at first. Hinshaw had a very good throw in on a ball that made it just to the warning track. With the wind blowing out, that just missed being a home run.
And Hinshaw did the smart play throwing into second to keep the runner holding at first.
So into the box comes Greg Golson with 2 outs and a run home. The pitch. This is popped straight up in foul ground. Skelton will give chase, but it'll make the seats as it lands right in the lower bowl. That's strike 1. Napo waits for Golson to ready himself in the box. The 0-1. Off and running is Rosario. This is chopped up the middle. McGuigan to the backhand. His only play is to first. He'll get it there in time. And the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Our trivia answer coming up when we return. Somerset gets on the board. It is now a 3-1 Bees lead.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
No bars. Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network. When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right. So I ordered you a car. Thank you. You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter.
Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber. We're almost real, isn't real enough.
Have you been drinking?
Bottom of the fourth inning, Connor Bierfeld will lead things off for the New Britain Bees, as they will once again face Will Oliver here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1, New Britain has the lead over the Somerset Patriots. Patriots getting on the board in the top of the fourth. It is time for our trivia answer. Today's question: how many former Marlins farmhands are on the Bees roster? The answer is 2. One is Greg Nappo, today's starter. That was the obvious one. The other one is a bit more fun. It's Jamar Walton, Bees designated hitter, who started his career with a different Marlins. That would be the Florida Marlins before their name change to Miami. So both the Marlins farmhands on the Bees roster have undergone name changes while they were with their respective Marlins teams. Bit of a fun fact. We'll have another trivia question on Friday as part of that broadcast, as the count runs 2-1 to Connor Bierfeld.
Because yourself and the team finally gets a day off tomorrow.
Yes, this was the first scheduled off day since June 12th. That'll be tomorrow, July 6th. One of the longest stretches of the year. Next long stretch will be July 13th until August 14th. That's the longest stretch of the year. Just
Wouldn't it be July 14th? They come back on a Friday, don't they? Not a Thursday?
They come back on that Friday, so July 14th is the start of the games, and August 14th is the first off day. So the 13th is an off day in July, and the 14th is an off day in August, and between that's all games.
I just didn't want people to show up on the 13th thinking there'd be a game. There's not going to be a game, but if they want to go travel to the Pacific Coast League and watch teams in far-flung cities playing each other, they'll be back playing on the 13th.
Indeed they will.
That has to be rough. Their All-Star games on a Wednesday, just like the Atlantic League, and then their Pacific Coast League players go out to their games the next day.
Bierfeld walks. That'll be ball 4, second inning of the 4, where the Bees have had a leadoff runner on by way of a base on balls, and that'll bring Jordan Hinshaw to the plate. Hinshaw 0 for 1 with a walk, and thanks for bringing up the All-Star game. Somerset will be hosting the Atlantic League All-Star game on July 12th. Presented by Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health and Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. And on first base, Connor Bierfeld will be there. The man on deck, Michael Kraus, will be there. And the man who hit a home run earlier, Jovan Rosa, will be there, along with Nate Rowe. 8 members of the Somerset Patriots have been named to the All-Star game as well, the host team, as Hinshaw swings and misses to bring the count 0-2. The All-Stars for the Somerset Patriots: David Kubiak, Rick Teasley, Dwayne Bilo, Jovan Gonzalez, Carlos Guzman, Tyler Bortnick, Aaron Eggleston, and Justin Pacioli. So 12 All-Stars in this game, half the Liberty Division roster. In fact, more than half of the Liberty Division roster playing here tonight. As Hinshaw swings and misses, he strikes out for the second time, and that's out number 2. That brings Kraus to the plate. He grounded out to third in his first at-bat. Last year, New Britain had 7 members in the All-Star game, 6 for the Liberty Division and 1 for the Freedom Division. 1 for the Freedom was Stan Clyburn, the manager, by virtue of winning the Freedom Division Championship with Southern Maryland in 2015. They lost in the finals to the Somerset Patriots. First pitch gets away from Gonzalez, not far enough for Bierfeld to advance. 1-0 the count to Kraus.
The 2 All-Star managers are going to be scoring off against each other this weekend in Somerset, with Mr. Gary Gaetti of Sugarland playing Mr. Brett Jody's Somerset team.
Very true. Meanwhile, the Bees will face Bridgeport. Bridgeport vying for the second half championship, just like the Bees are. Somerset gets it, and not that they don't want it, but if Somerset gets it, it opens everything up to a wild card. Looks like right now the clearest way forward for the Bees to make the playoffs unless they go on a relatively spectacular run, is to win the half outright. 2-0 to Kraus, fouled back towards us, lands on the roof. That's strike one. Oliver pausing on the mound. Now he comes set. Bierfeld being held on by Marrero. Slide step from Oliver. This is hammered out towards left field. It'll be over Eggleston's head and off the wall. It bounces right to Eggleston. It'll be a wall ball single for Michael Kraus. He hit it just too hard. That ricocheted right to Eggleston, but the Bees have 2 on with 1 out here in the 4th inning. That made the wall on the fly, hitting between the Budweiser sign and the Buzz Driving is Drunk Driving sign out in left field. As now Jamar Walton will come to the plate. Walton struck out in his first at-bat. One of 6 strikeouts for Will Oliver through the first 3 1/3 innings. This is chopped off the plate. It'll end up in foul territory on the warning track back behind home plate. Strike one.
Chance to try and get that run back the Patriots scored in the top half of this inning.
0-1 pitch coming. This is grounded towards the shortstop position. Rosario over to cut it off. He throws high and into the photographer well. That'll be an error on Rosario, and the bases are loaded. He airmailed that one. He came across, cut off Kelly. Had Kelly been there, he would have made the play easily, but instead Rosario jumped in front of him and fired on the run, E5.
So where he threw that ball, doesn't that count as out of play so the runners don't get an extra base?
It actually ricocheted back into play, so it hit off the padding on the outside of the photographer's well. That's still in play.
So it didn't stay in there. It came back onto the field so the runners don't get the extra base.
It didn't end up in the well. It ended up on the outside padding, so it hit off the padding and ricocheted right back. First pitch to Baca. Misses down low, ball one.
But a nice bases loaded situation here.
Oliver taking his time. No action in Somerset's bullpen.
They might wish they had somebody warming up if they hit a grand slam here.
1-0. Swung on and miss. Fastball in. That's the swing and miss from Michael Baca. The 1-1, down low, bounces in front of Gonzalez. But no runner able to advance.
That's the time, if you have to block the ball, you make sure it stays right in front of you or nearby.
Oliver taking his time, now off the pitching rubber. Adjusts his glove. He'll toe the rubber once more, all the way on the first base side. Waits for the sign from Gonzalez. Comes set without a nod. The 2-1 to Baca, swung on a miss fastball away, and the count evens at 2-2. Backup middle infielder tonight, Yoshi Fujiwara, signed yesterday. In his career, he has a professional average of 1,000, an on-base percentage of 1,000, a slugging percentage of 2,000, and an OPS of 3,000. As Baca swings and misses, he strikes out. 7th strikeout for Oliver. That'll bring Skelton to the plate with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Fujiwara made his professional debut as a pinch hitter with 2 on yesterday. Drove both men home with a double down the line. It was not a bloop double, it was a ringing double down the right field line. And made his defensive debut in the 9th inning of yesterday's game. First pitch to Skelton, down low, ball one.
Do they still save the baseballs for players when they get their first
hit
here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Fujiwara has a Souvenir, 19 years old, making his professional debut. Youngest player in the Atlantic League this year. And because he appeared in yesterday's game, this is a little side note, he gets a baseball reference page. Didn't have one before because he had no professional stats, but now he does. 1-0, down low in the dirt, 2-0.
So there must be hundreds of thousands of millions of baseball reference pages?
There are more than I would actually count, to say the least.
Did you have to make it?
No, they'll actually pick it up right off our website. They have not done so yet, but I would expect that by the end of the week. Yes. If you work for Baseball Reference and are listening, Tyoshi Fujiwara needs a baseball reference page. Happy to provide some vital stats. Go to nbbs.com. It's got all of his vitals. 3-0 the count to Skelton with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The pitch from Oliver. That's in there for a strike. Skelton was taking all the way.
He still might take his next pitch and try and get a run home with a walk.
Walk's as good as a hit right here, especially 2 outs, and McGuigan.
Or getting hit by a pitch as long as it's not in a bad place or a place that can cause injury.
I would hazard a guess that he'd take the walk, and he does here, as it's now 4-1 Bees. Skelton walks with the bases loaded. Coming home is Connor Bierfeld. And Bees now lead by 3 once more. And that brings McGuigan to the plate. McGuigan has 4 hits in his last 6 at-bats. He grounded out last time he was at the plate, and has doubled and scored in today's game. So he's heating up. He's got a bases-loaded opportunity as well. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Some stirring out by the Somerset bullpen, but no one throwing as of yet. Bees this year with the bases loaded. Or rather, McGuigan with the bases loaded this year. Is 1 for 3 with an RBI. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1 the count. That error proves costly. It is an unearned run for Will Oliver. Only 1 RBI in this game. Or excuse me, that was an RBI on the walk for Skelton. My apologies. Napo, meanwhile, 1 run, it was earned. Oliver, 4 runs, 3 earned. His count runs 1 and 2 on a foul ball by McGuigan. Time called at the plate as Oliver was taking far too long on the mound. Now Oliver comes to the set. McGuigan steps back in from the right side. The 1-2. This is fouled back as McGuigan fights that off. It lands next to us at press level. The 1-2. This is chopped towards third. Rosario waits for it. He'll take it to third base. And the side is retired. So the Bees will leave the bases loaded, but they get the RBI walk on just 1 hit in the inning. 3 men left aboard. And after 4, it is 4-1. New Britain over the Somerset Patriots here on the Bees Broadcast Network.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our patterns. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
So, Amara, you're a Verizon engineer. Tell me, what's one really good reason why the Samsung Galaxy S8 is better on Verizon?
Well, we have the largest 4G LTE network in America.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
And the most reliable. And with unlimited, you get full HD video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 2, maybe even 3 reasons right there.
It's exactly 3.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
If you really, really want the best, switch to Verizon Unlimited and get the Galaxy S8 for just $15 a month.
I saw you take those phones, you know.
No, you didn't.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master-passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
New pitcher on for the New Britain Bees as we head to the top of the fifth, as Greg Nappo, limited by not having started yet this season, is out of the game. He pitched well, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run it was earned, no walks nor strikeouts for Nappo. His first start, but he cannot win nor can he lose the game, as entering the game is Brandon Shimo, the side armor for the New Britain Bees here in the 5th inning. Shimo making his 25th appearance for the Bees, a 4-1 record, a 3.74 ERA, 33 2/3 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts.
From lazy days by the shore.
Off of Brandon Shimo. He's pitched well in a modified long relief role. Comes in long relief as when the Bees have the lead, I should say. His last outing, July 2nd versus Bridgeport. This year against Somerset, he's tossed 4 appearances, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, no earned runs. So Shimo into the game. He will face Gonzalez, Pacioli, and Bortnick here in the 5th inning. Shimo, fastball slider. He kicks and fires. First pitch, fastball. Tails back in, a little too high. Ball 1 to Gonzalez, who grounded out in his first at-bat.
Greg Nappo had a really good first start of the season here for the Bees, just only giving up that single run on the sacrifice fly and throwing 4 innings.
Pitch number 2 in for a strike. 1-1 the count. Slider misses away, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Shimo likely to go 2, possibly 3 innings in this game. The 2-1. This is chopped back towards the mound. Shimo off the mound to field it towards his right. He fires to first overhand, and that'll be out number 1. Another ground out by the Somerset team.
That's key for the Bees to keep getting those ground outs, as they're normally pretty easy outs to field unless they're hit in the hole or hit sharply up the middle or towards third.
That brings Justin Pacioli to the plate. He was retired on a nice play made by Greg Nappo, coming off the mound to throw him out. Shimo comes set. He fires sidearm, as he does, and delivers a strike over the outside corner. The pitch in on the hands, grounded towards deep short. Baca has it. He fires on the move as he plants his feet and fires as hard as he can. It's a low throw, dug out by Maddox, and that's out number 2. So Shimo gets 2 quick outs as Bortnick comes to the plate. Go ahead.
Nice way to come out of the bullpen and have 2 quick outs, not have to use your arm and throw too many pitches.
Longer Shimo goes, the better. This bullpen has been used quite often for the Bees. As a slider fools Bortnick. He doesn't swing, but he was looking dead red. The 0-1. This is popped up as out towards center goes Baca. He's waved off by Kraus, who will make the catch, and the side is retired. A perfect inning for Shimo. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, this one's official, 4-1. The New Britain Bees have the lead here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights on the town, Connecticut can be a pretty fun place to be this time of year. But if you get behind the wheel after even just a few drinks, things will get pretty unfun pretty fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at New Britain Stadium. The score 4-1. The Bees have the lead. Joe Von Rosa, who has the 3-run home run to his credit, will lead things off for New Britain. He'll be followed by Maddox and Bierfeld here in the inning against Will Oliver, back out for his 5th inning of work. First pitch, this is in, no, called a strike. Over the inside part of the plate, that is strike 1. And the Bees lead after 5 innings, which they will here. They are 19-7 on the year as this is blooped out toward shallow right center. A base hit for Rosa, who's now 2 for 3. He's heated up quite a bit over his last few outings.
It's a nice way to get the leadoff runner on first base, try and add a little bit to the lead and make this a comfortable win for the Bees.
Rosa has been on base in his last 3 games, all by way of a hit. Craig Maddox, meanwhile, now has a 7-game hit streak. Connor Bierfeld's been on base in his last 12 games. Maddox fouls this one off. So count 0-1 to the Bees' first baseman. Coming set is Oliver. Over at first, Rosa being held on by Marrero as a curveball misses. And the count evens at 1. Pitch misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Lights come on here at New Britain Stadium. So the sun begins to drop below the horizon over towards left field. We're still about an hour away, or actually 45 minutes away from sunset. It'll stay light-ish, but with the glare of the sun, the lights coming on early. This count runs 3-1. On deck is Bierfeld. Actually, he's up to 13 games on base now. The 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Maddox will walk. 4th walk by Will Oliver in today's game, as the first 2 men have reached here in the 5th.
Last inning, one of those walks cost him a run, walking in the 4th run for the Bees.
So Bierfeld will bat with nobody out and 2 runners on. There is no action yet in Somerset's bullpen. First pitch misses to Bierfeld, ball 1. Oliver now taking a slow walk behind the mound, and we will have action in the bullpen for Somerset, it appears. Nope, they're just sitting down in front of the door. The pitch from Oliver. This is grounded towards third. Could be 2. Rosario goes to third himself. Throws high to first, but Marrero has it. Will be a double play. 5-3. Up to second base goes Maddox, and Rosa is retired, 5 unassisted.
Rosario thought about it and got the lead runner at third. Sometimes the third baseman might just hurry and think to go 5-4-3, but he got the lead runner at third.
So now 2 down for Jordan Hinshaw, and a runner in scoring position in the form of Maddox. The pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Hinshaw struck out twice so far in today's game. Nothing and 2 the count as Hinshaw fouls this one off. Oliver has struck out 7 Bees, but he's also walked 4. The 0-2, and Oliver will instead spin off the mound. Maddox retreats to second.
Didn't throw over there, just wanted to make sure he was keeping Maddox close. Try and give the outfield every extra possible second or moment they could have to throw him out at the plate.
This is sent high out towards right field. Over is Golson, but it will land just beyond the chain link fence. Golson will return to his position. Count remains 0-2. Coming set is Oliver. The 0-2, swung on and missed, and Hinshaw has the hat trick as he strikes out for the 3rd time today. So the Bees leave a man aboard. They do get a hit, and we head to the 6th inning. The score is 4-1, Bees over Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our pattern, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
It's better with the Bees.
Top of the 6th inning, it'll be Aaron Eggleston, followed by the top of the Somerset order. They trail 4-1. The Bees have the lead. As Eggleston comes to the plate, his second at-bat, he flew out to center field in his first time at the plate. First pitch from Shimo, still on the mound, in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. This is chopped towards second. McGuigan has it. He will fire over to first, and that'll be out number 1. Another ground ball out. His infield's been very busy today.
the best way for outs, though. Ground outs. Don't have to risk getting over the outfielder's head or home runs.
That brings Kelly back to the plate. He's 0 for 2. A ground out to short and a pop out to first. First pitch misses down low, ball 1. On deck is Marrero. He has 2 of the 3 hits for Somerset in this game. Single and a double. Pitch misses inside. 2-0 the count. Bees pitching staff has not walked a batter yet in today's game. Pitch misses outside, and the count is 3-0. Kelly will likely take a pitch here. He has a good hitter's count. (3-0) in for a strike. Indeed, Kelly takes as the fastball's in there. So 3-1 the count. Kelly steps out. (3-1) coming from Shimo. Fastball in for a strike. Kelly was headed towards first base. He will have to retreat to the plate as the count runs full.
Don't want to show up the umpire and walk towards first base too early. Might not get a close strike call any longer.
No, he bolted out of the box too. He thought, he was 100% sure that was a ball, and it was not. Kelly steps out as Shimo came set. He'll now return to the box. Shimo comes to the set. He kicks and fires. Slider grounded out towards short. Baca boots it, recovers, fires to first, not in time. That'll be an error on Michael Baca, as that bounced off his glove, rolled towards second base. Baca recovered, but not in time to get Kelly, who's very quick. That'll be a base runner, and the first error of the night for the New Britain Bees. So Marrero comes to the plate. There's the first base runner against Shimo.
He had to try to hurry that throw with the speed of Kelly a little bit.
Marrero waiting for the pitch. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Shimo will check on Kelly. Swipe tag by Maddox. Kelly's back safely. Shimo deals to the plate this time. It's a pitch out. And Kelly retreats back to first. He was about a third of the way to second, and he'll retreat. Ball 1.
This is the first one of those either team has tried this evening. Pitch outs.
Bees are known for their pitch outs. They have done it several times. But this time it doesn't work. Shimo throws over just late as Kelly dives back to the bag. Shimo slowing down the game. Now he comes set. The 1-0. Kelly leaps off the bag again, but a slider misses well away. 2-0 the count. Not a pitch out that time, but it almost had the same effect. Off and running is Kelly. He stops. The count runs 3-0. He will definitely take off on this pitch, as Shimo needs to deliver a strike to the plate. Time granted by the home plate umpire, Mike Williams. Shimo sets himself. The 3-0. Kelly didn't go. And a strike over the outside corner. Surprises Marrero, who had dropped his bat and was about to head to first. Shimo checks on Kelly. Dancing off first. 3-1. Kelly doesn't go. This is grounded up the first base line, but foul. And the count runs full to Marrero. Long stare in by Shimo. Gets the sign he likes from Skelton. Payoff pitch, off and running is Kelly. This foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. Kelly will return to first base.
Tried to send the runner there, see if ball gets through. He can maybe get an extra base out of it.
Low risk move unless Marrero strikes out. With Kelly's speed, very unlikely that they'd catch him. Payoff pitch instead. Shimo fires over to first. Kelly back standing.
Or unless there's a line drive.
Also very
To
true.
the infield.
Payoff pitch. Once again, off and running Kelly. This is sent out towards deep left center. Bierfeld is under it in left. He will make the catch, and Kelly has to retreat. That'll be out number 2 in the inning as Shimo gets Marrero. It's a long at bat, Christian Marrero. 7 pitches. Now Rosario comes to the plate. 1 for 2. He grounded into a 1-6-3 double play in the first and singled in the fourth. First pitch. Instead, Shimo throws over to first. Back is Kelly. A little bit of a dive. Rosario with a bunt attempt, but it's foul. Counts 0-1. Trying to catch Rosa napping over to third base. Again checking on the runner is Shimo. Again just getting back in time. Is Kelly. The 0-1. Kelly off the bag. He will advance to second on a slider that gets away from Skelton. Now he's headed for third. The throw down to third is not in time, as Rosa tried to apply the tag. Wild pitch gets Kelly all the way to third. Ruled safe is Kelly by John Grasso, the third base umpire. Throw was to the foul side of third base. So it became a foot race between Rosa and Kelly that Kelly won.
It's tough there, a 2-base wild pitch or pass ball.
Definitely a wild pitch as it was on the slider. Rosario swings and misses, this time at a slider right down the plate. Counts 0-2, or 1-2. This is swung on and missed. Rosario strikes out. That's the first strikeout by a Bees pitcher today. And a runner is stranded at third base. We head to the bottom of the sixth. It is still 4-1, Bees over Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Bees fans, stay up to date on the latest team news and notes by following.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master-passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
So, Amara, you're a Verizon engineer. Tell me, what's one really good reason why the Samsung Galaxy S8 is better on Verizon?
Well, we have the largest 4G LTE network in America.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
And the most reliable. And with unlimited, you get full HD video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 2, maybe even 3 reasons right there.
It's exactly 3.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
If you really, really want the best, switch to Verizon Unlimited and get the Galaxy S8 for just $15 a month.
I saw you take those phones, you know.
No, you didn't.
Fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
Bottom of the sixth inning here in the Hardware City. Last home game before the All-Star break is the bottom third of the lineup. Kraus, Walton, and Baca due up. Kraus takes the first pitch, skies it down the right field side. Out of play, actually lands on the roof of the building. And Michael Kraus down in the count, 0-1. He's 1 for 2 today. As the Bees bat in the bottom of the sixth. Will Oliver still on the mound. No action behind him yet. His breaking ball stays high. A little bit away as well. 1-1 the count. Chris Knobloch joined by Bryce Weiler here on tonight's broadcast. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball away. And Kraus chases. Set is Oliver. Struck out 7. This is fouled away. Actually 8, including Hinshaw 3 times. He's also walked 4.
And given up a 3-run homer that's been his damaging troubles to the point. That 3-run home run in the first.
1-2 the count. This is chopped towards third base, but foul. Ricochets into the stands and actually rolls all the way to the picnic area. One and two. Oliver kicks and deals. This is chopped out towards short. A slow roller. Kelly up with it. Fires on the run just in time. And he will get Michael Kraus for the first out of the inning. That brings Jamar Walton to the plate. Walton has reached on an error. He grounds this to first. Marrero has it. Take it to the bag himself. That'll be out number 2. Apologies, just lost our camera feed there, the high home camera feed, but it's back now. As Michael Baca comes to the plate, he's struck out twice in today's game. The pitch. Fastball misses inside, ball 1. Skelton's walked twice in today's game. He's on deck, once with the bases loaded. This is fouled off his own ankle by Baca. He hops away in some discomfort. He'll walk that off, 1-1 the count.
The Bees have had a few runners on bases. This is about ready to turn the lineup over for another time.
Baca in a little bit of discomfort now. Andy Musino, the Bees trainer, comes out to check on him along with Daisuke Yoshida, the third base coach. They're both going to check on Michael Baca. Backup infielders Tyoshi Fujiwara. He would come in at second, and McGuigan would move to short. As got Baca, looks like right on the knob of the ankle, the bony part. Reminder that the Bees return home on July 14th. That'll be the next home game to face the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Foul Pole Friday, Fat Tire Friday. Next day will be post-game fireworks, and then Sunday is Hardware City Family Fun Day. That'll be July 16th. Get your tickets by calling 860-826-BEES. Online at MBBs.com or at the New Britain Stadium box office. Pitch misses outside, 2-1 as Baca's ready to go once again. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Count evens at 2. That was a fastball away.
I'll tell you what I would do is throw him a slider. He likes to swing and miss the slider taking outside corner with 3 strikes. It's like his favorite thing.
The 2-2 chopped towards the photographer's well. Foul down the third base side. Ends up bouncing off a sandbag. Two-two off the plate. The curveball. Count runs full.
And Oliver's in danger of putting another Bee on first base with a walk.
There's no action behind Will Oliver.
96 pitches.
Oliver comes set. Baca waits at the plate. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Fastball away. Third strikeout for Baca. 9th strikeout for Will Oliver, who gets the Bees in order in the 6th. 1-2-3. Off to the 7th we go. 4-1. The Bees have the lead here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Bees fans, stay up to date on the latest team news and notes by following the Bees on social.
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights on the town, Connecticut can be a pretty fun place to be this time of year. But if you get behind the wheel after even just a few drinks, things will get pretty unfun pretty fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
It's also Bark in the Park here at New Britain Stadium, so pups around the ballpark. You can hear woofing. That is to be expected. And out towards right field. It bangs off the wall. 1 run will score.
Going back whenever Cross did that runner out where Coach Glenn Barker might have wishing he wouldn't have been so bold.
Brandon Shimo, another strong outing for the side armor, who pitched 2 innings, did not allow a hit nor a run. The only base runner was due to an error by Michael Baca, and he struck a batter out, the only strikeout for the Bees pitching staff so far today. Entering the game is Brandon Fry, his 35th appearance of the year. Fry, overall, has appeared in 34 2/3 innings, 10 earned runs against him, a 3.03 ERA, 24 strikeouts to 9 walks for Brandon Fry, actually making his 37th appearance of the year. 0-2 record and an ERA of 3 through 36 innings. Apologies. I have an old note sheet in front of me. As Fry takes over on the mound, he's the most used reliever in the Atlantic League this year. And he will face Roller, Golson, and Gonzalez here in the 7th. Bees with a 4-1 lead. The pitch. Misses up with a fastball. Ball 1. Fry about to make his, next appearance will be his 38th, a career high, as Roller lines this out towards right center field. Hinshaw over to get it. He'll make the throw back in, but Roller is on with a single, his first hit of the game. That brings Golson to the plate. Right, Golson, 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a ground out to second.
It's not how Fry wanted to enter this game, come in and give up a leadoff base runner.
Coming set is Fry, the pitch to Golson. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Likely action in the Bees bullpen. Fry comes set. The 0-1 inside. Nearly hits Golson. The count 1-1. One and one the count. Fry kicks and delivers this down low. 2-1. Roller, not a great base runner over at first base. Stays with a short lead. Tying run still on deck. This is where things went sideways for the Bees yesterday in the 7th and 8th inning, allowing 6 runs between those 2 innings and 8 runs over the last 3 frames against Somerset. The 2-1 from Fry. Misses high, 3-1.
Needs to really throw a strike here. Doesn't want to put 2 runners on base with no outs.
On deck is Gonzalez, who's another right-handed hitter. As a 3-1. This is hammered out towards left field. That'll be a base hit. Bierfeld grabs it on a pair of hops, but Somerset will bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 7th in the form of Jovan Gonzalez, as Sean Gilblair comes out to talk to Fry. So, conversation between Fry and Gilblair. 2 lefty pitchers on this Bees roster. Gilblair the closer. Fry normally one of his setup men. As there's 2 on with nobody out for Gonzalez. Gonzalez does have some power on the season. Jovan has tallied 3 home runs. And he'll come to the plate now. Next left-handed bat in the lineup is Aaron Eggleston. So Fry can work to both sides of the plate as he comes to the set. The pitch. Down low, ball one. Roller at second. Golson at first. Good speed at first. Not so great speed at second. 1-0. Kicking is Fry. He delivers. Fastball over the outside corner. Strike.
Really could use a strikeout here with those first two runners getting aboard. Or a double play.
Bees would likely use Mike Heppel, so right-handed setup man today, or Brandon League. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Gonzalez chases a pitch well away. The count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Pacioli. 1 All-Star at the plate, 1 All-Star on deck. 1-2 pitch, misses high. Gonzalez does not chase, 2-2. This is lined out towards right field. That'll get down for a base hit and rolls towards the wall. Hinshaw cuts it off. 1 run will score as Roller scores from second. It's an RBI single for Yovan Gonzalez, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Golson stopping at third, as Stan Clyburn will come get Brandon Fry now. So Fry does not record an out, and the tying run is over at first base in the form of Yovan Gonzalez. We'll have a pitching change coming to you from New Britain Stadium. The score 4-2, Bees over Patriots, here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Baseball to your summer, 10-game mini plans are on sale now.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
And relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Nate Rowe takes over on the mound with runners on the corners and no outs here in the top of the 7th. It is the 4th consecutive game, actually 3rd consecutive game that Nate Rowe has appeared in. He has gone a combined inning and allowed 6 earned runs in his last 2 games against the Somerset Patriots. A rough patch for Nate Rowe, who is an Atlantic League All-Star. He comes in to face Pacioli, Bortnick, and Eggleston. Still no outs, runners on the corners. Golson at third, Gonzalez at first, as Rowe goes to work. Rowe comes to the set. His best pitch is his slider. And if it works very well, as he loops one in there, just misses inside, ball 1. When the slider doesn't work, gets hit very, very hard. Fry allowed 3 hits, officially no innings of work. He's responsible for the 1 run that's come home and the 2 runners on. The 1-0. Good pitch in there for a strike. 1-1. Rowe's slider appears to be working well tonight. That's good news for the New Britain Bees. Despite those 6 runs over the last inning of work for Rowe, his ERA only at 3.25. He's allowed 13 earned runs on the year. It's the 1-1, fouled away down the right field side, and the count's 1-2.
This would be a good chance for some pop-ups and strikeouts, wouldn't it? Keep that runner stationary at third.
Long look by Rowe. Now he'll check the runner at first, Gonzalez. 1-2 pitch coming. Slider sent out towards right field, over his Hinshaw. Over by the line, he'll make the catch in fair territory. His throw will go wide to second. It'll be a sacrifice fly as Gonzalez stays at first, but the score now 4-3. Sac fly to right for Pacioli. And now the tying run at first base with a 4-3 score. So Bortnick will bat. That run charged to Brandon Fry, but it's out number 1. First pitch to Bortnick. This is slapped out towards right field, a fair ball. Rolls towards the corner. Hinshaw over to get it. Rounding second and heading for third is Gonzalez. Into second base is Bortnick, and now the tying run is 90 feet away. The go-ahead run in scoring position.
And with only 1 out with a deep fly ball, Somerset could tie the game.
Aaron Eggleston coming to the plate. He's a left-handed hitter. These have 1 lefty left in their pen, but it's Sean Gilblair.
So if Gilblair was used before the game's over, could he still come out to do pitching coach visits after he was used in a game?
Yes, he can. That is, as he's not acting as a player, he could, and they'll intentionally walk Eggleston to bring Kelly to the plate. With the bases loaded, a double play would end the inning. Kelly also a right-handed batter. So, Bortnick at second, Eggleston is at first, and Scott Kelly, Rowe. Yesterday, that didn't work. Rowe. Kelly reached on an infield single. Was originally Kelly reached, changed to a single against Rowe. Series came around to score. First pitch, slider off the plate, ball 1. This is skied out towards deep center, and this is going to be deep enough to tie it. Kraus will make the catch. Throw will go to third. And this game is tied as Gonzalez will score. A deep fly to center field. Up to third base goes Bortnick on the sacrifice. In to score is Gonzalez. Eggleston stays at first base. But it's a 3-run 7th, and this game is tied.
So far, it's a 3-1 7th. Hopefully, that's all it ends up being.
Go-ahead run is 90 feet away. Christian Marrero will come to the plate. Marrero, 2 hits in the game, a single and a double. He scored the first Somerset run. Flew out to left in his last at-bat. The Bees want a victory. They'll have to do it in comeback fashion today. First pitch, slider misses inside, ball 1. All those runs charged to Brandon Fry. Runner at third, the property of Nate Rowe. (1-0). This is slapped down the left field line into the bleachers. 1-1 the count. Marrero, the 8th man to bat in the inning. 3 have come to score. The 1-1. Fastball misses away, 2 balls and a strike.
Really needs to throw a strike here, doesn't want to walk.
Pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2 the count. Fastball in on the corner.
It's big to make it a 2-2 count versus a 3-1.
The 2-2. Rowe kicks and deals. This is slapped foul. Back behind third base. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's no action right now in Somerset's pen, as this is sent out towards deep left field. In comes Bierfeld, as that died out there, and the side is retired. But 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits. And we will take a break here. 4-4 the score between the Bees and Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Come see why it's better with the Bees, Connecticut's most affordable, family-friendly baseball.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just accept for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, we're almost real, isn't real enough.
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights on the town, Connecticut can be a pretty fun place to be this time of year. But if you get behind the wheel after even just a few drinks, things will get pretty unfun pretty fast. Connecticut has zero tolerance for drunk driving. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Have you been drinking?
Four to 4 game. Somerset with 7 hits, the Bees with 5, each team with an error. Strike over the outside corner. That was the 99th pitch of Will Oliver's outing.
This game was moving along fast until this top of the 7th.
This is exactly what happened yesterday. The game was moving quickly with Mike Lee pitching. His count runs 3-1.
It's happened in a lot of Bees games, not just yesterday. A fast game that slows down in the 7th or 8th with runs scoring and pitching changes.
3-1 the count to Skelton. 53 walks on the year, and he'll ground this one out towards right field, a base hit. As he got the green light, 3-1, and the go-ahead runs at first base with Jake McGuigan coming to the plate. Now, McGuigan's a good bunter, provided he gets it down. He has had a problem with popping up bunts earlier this year. So if McGuigan can get it on the ground.
Jake needs to let the ball come to him and try and deaden it. Don't stab at it and poke at it, because then you might pop it up.
So McGuigan at the plate. Olmo Rosario at the edge of the grass over at third base. And Oliver will sidearm toss over to first. Skelton back standing.
Oliver wanted to see if he could get Jake to show whether or not he was going to bunt.
Coming set is Oliver. Rosario creeping in. Now showing bunt is McGuigan. He lays down a good one up the first base line. To field it is Marrero. He'll flip it to Bortnick covering. It's a sacrifice bunt for McGuigan, and it's a good one. Up to second base is Skelton. The sacrifice out goes 3-4. And that brings Rosa to the plate. Rosa's 2 for 3, a 3-run home run, and a single in the 5th, sandwiching a ground out to second. Skelton runs very well over at second base. So the Bees have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Coming set is Oliver. Still in this game, the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1 the count. Here's standing in Somerset's bullpen. No throwing as of yet. Now we see the first toss is thrown. Can't make out who it is just yet. The 0-1 sent out towards right field, but foul. Over is Marrero. He'll make the catch next to the tarp. And that'll be out number 2. So a foul out by Rosa. And now Skelton remains at second base with 2 outs, and Maddox coming to the plate.
That ball just didn't drift out of play. It stayed in play. He was able to run over and catch it.
Maddox 1 for 2 with a walk in today's game. He's got to get the runner advanced or home here. The Bees will squander another runner in scoring position. The pitch. This is hammered out towards right center field and deep, but it should stay in the park as Golson will race over and make the catch to retire the side. So leadoff single proves harmless. The Bees strand a man in scoring position. We head to the 8th. The score 4-4, New Britain and Somerset here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our patterns, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, where almost real isn't real enough.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just mix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
And relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
New pitcher on the mound for the New Britain Bees as we head to the top of the 8th, as Brandon League will take over for Nate Rowe. Rowe got out of the jam in the 7th inning. He did allow 2 sacrifice flies and a double to Tyler Bortnick, but did not allow any more runs to score. Those runs charged to Brandon Fry. No walks, no strikeouts for Nate Rowe. And into the game comes Brandon League. League making his 20th appearance, 17 1/3 innings pitched, an 8.31 ERA. He has struck out 11 and walked 12. Opponents batting .372 against the former Major League All-Star. He will face Rosario, the only member of Somerset not to bat last inning, followed by Roller and Golson. Here in the top of the 8th, the score 4-4. Somerset out hitting New Britain 7-6, each team with an error. League comes set, he kicks and fires the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1 the count. League went 2/3 of an inning in relief of Nate Rowe last night. Did allow a hit. This is grounded out towards second. Up with it, McGuigan. He fires to first, and that'll be out number 1. Sliding to his right was Jake McGuigan. Made a slick play and fired over to Maddox at first base. So 1 out as Rosario's retired, and Kyle Roller comes to the plate. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He scored a run last inning with a leadoff single.
Patriots almost batted around last inning. They sent 8 men to the plate.
Bees have a 7-man inning. The Patriots an 8-man inning is the first pitch. Drops down low and inside, ball 1. Looked like the sinker from League. Strike outside, 1-1, or actually misses outside, 2-0.
Would have been a good place for a strike to make an even 1-1 count. Now a hitter's count of 2-0.
The 2-0 misses high, 3-0 the count.
He just needs any strike end to avoid a 4-pitch walk.
League not really giving Roller anything to hit, or rather hit far. It's 3 of his 9 home runs against New Britain this year. The 3-0. Misses outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued by League. Now the go-ahead run on for Somerset as Greg Golson comes to the plate. Golson has a single and a run scored. 1 for 3 overall. One out. Golson at the plate. Donahue is on deck. He took over behind the plate for Jovan Gonzalez. First pitch. It's in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Fastball in from League. League known for throwing triple digits in the majors. Has not reached that type of velocity. Age of 34, a little bit more finesse in his game. The 0-1. This chopped out towards second, could be 2. Baca to McGuigan, and McGuigan can't hold on as the ball rolls away and out to right field. Rounding second and heading for third is Roller. Golson up to second as that ball just trickled out towards right field after the throw went either wide of McGuigan or off McGuigan's glove.
Tough play there, had a chance for a double play, and that ball getting away means no outs are recorded.
No outs, runners at second and third. It will be an error. We'll see if it's on McGuigan or Baca. But now the Bees infield forced to come in with Adam Donahue at the plate for the first time.
He just came in to catch in the bottom half of the 7th, and here he is with a chance to put his team ahead.
It's an E6 error on the throw by Baca, as it was to the center field side of the bag. McGuigan being a right-hander, his glove is on the infield side. First pitch to Donahue is in there for a strike. Donahue started game 1 of the series. Went 0 for 4. 0-1. This one grounded out towards Baca. He will look the runner back at third and fire to first. Great play made by Michael Baca. So after committing the error, he recovers with a great diving play. And that'll be out number 2 with the infield in.
He looked the runner back, big out there to keep that runner stationary at third, and then took the out at first.
So now runners at second and third, 2 out. Pacioli at the plate, 0 for 2 with a sac fly and an RBI. League comes set, the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike.
Now the infield can go back to its normal depth.
They have indeed retreated actually out towards the grass up the middle, playing straight away on the corners. This outing eerily reminiscent of League's first outing with the Bees, where he loaded the bases and promptly got 3 outs. This is chopped back towards League. He'll field it, flips it underhand to first, and the Bees escape the jam. So the 2-base error by Baca proves harmless. 2 men left aboard, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. 4-4 the score between the Bees and Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Somerset will go to their bullpen for the first time all night. As Will Oliver's night comes to an end. He allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 7 hits, or 6 hits, excuse me, through the first 7 innings. 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 4, and he struck out 9, did Oliver. And into the game, Dustin Mulliken, former Detroit Tiger, was in the big leagues last year, making his debut for the Patriots. Right-hander. He misses to Bierfeld with the first pitch. 0-1. Mulliken from Tempe, Arizona, 6'4", 230 pounds. Was with the Toledo Mud Hens earlier this year. This is fouled back towards us. Lands right above us. 1-1 the count. Mulliken from Canada. Lethbridge, Alberta is where he went to school. Originally from Regina, Saskatchewan in Canada.
One of their provinces.
1-1 the count as this has popped up. And Marrero will make the catch by the tarp. That'll be out number 1. So Hinshaw will come to the plate. 0 for 3. He's got the hat trick so far. Be a good time for him to break out. As Mulliken retires the first man he faces. Mulliken started out his career in the Pittsburgh organization. Drafted by the Pirates in the 15th round of the 03 draft. He's 32 years old. Turning 33 this season is the first pitch in there for a strike to Hinshaw. Spent time with Pittsburgh's organization, Colorado's, Milwaukee, Cleveland, and Detroit. This is his first independent experience. He's also played for the Nippon Ham Fighters out in Japan. Parts of 2 seasons, 2012 and 2013. It's in the Japanese Pacific League, the 1-1. This is low, 2-1 the count. That is same league that Yusuke Kajimoto played in. Kajimoto playing there for the Oryx Buffaloes. Back in the days, the count runs 3-1. They never faced each other in Japan. It's Kajimoto played for Oryx and the Yakult Swallows. 3-1 over the outside, 3-2 the count. Actually, I may be wrong on that, as Mulliken played 23 games in 2012. That was Kajimoto's last season in Japan. Meanwhile, Hinshaw walks, so the go-ahead run is at first base with Michael Kraus coming to the plate. Kraus 1 for 3. Hinshaw can fly. So we'll see how it goes. Kraus can bunt, but he also has good power. 11 home runs on the year. Kajimoto played 42 games, by the way, back in 2012 for the Oryx Buffaloes in the Japanese Pacific League. Mulliken pitched in 23 games for the Nippon Ham Fighters. So we will see if they ever matched up. That's going to take some more research. We'll have that for you in a future Patriots Bees game. First pitch in for a strike to Kraus. 0-1 the count. Mulliken delivers. Hinshaw jumps off of first base as this is popped foul above us. 0-2 the count now to Kraus.
Needs to protect the plate here. Doesn't want to strike out.
Mulliken throwing very hard. No radar gun here, but I would have to say low to mid-90s. So he comes set. Instead, he'll check on the runner, Hinshaw, who's back with a dive. Mulliken looks a little bit reminiscent of Big John Hunton, who's currently on the inactive list. Shorter than Hunton. Hunton's 6'9" and 255 pounds. But a similar build. The 0-2, slap foul. And again, Hinshaw will have to retreat. Jamar Walton waits on deck. He's 0 for 3. Coming set Mulliken. Again, he'll check over at first base. Hinshaw back with a dive. Quick update of the Atlantic League scoreboard. 5-3, Sugar Land leads Southern Maryland. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Long Island defeated Lancaster 1-0 in 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's a quick game. York, meanwhile, a 6-4 lead over our next opponent, Bridgeport Bluefish. That's in the bottom of the 4th down at Harbor Yard. Count still 0-2 to Michael Kraus. Off and running is Hinshaw. The throw is outside. Or the pitch is outside. The throw also far away from the bag as it goes towards the second base side of the bag. Rolls a little bit into center. But a big stolen base there for Jordan Hinshaw. Counts 1-2 to Michael Kraus. The go-ahead run in scoring position.
It's a big base to pick up. Now he can more easily score off of a single or a double here.
1-2 misses inside, 2-2 the count. Incidentally, when Mulliken was a member of the Nippon Ham Fighters, they made it to the 2012 Japan Series before losing to the Yomiuri Giants. That was after they lost to Yu Darvish, as Kraus swings and misses, he strikes out. That will be out number 2. So that brings Walton to the plate. Walton 0 for 3. He has reached base on an error. First pitch to Walton is swung on and missed. Good fastball away. Walton swings through it. 0-1 the count. Coming set is Mulliken. The pitch off the hands. The count's 0-2. So that's fouled right back.
Be a nice place here to really wait for a good pitch and try and drive it and get a single and get the runner in.
Nothing into the count. The pitch swung on and missed. So the leadoff walk proves harmless. The Bees again leave a man in scoring position, and we're off to the 9th. 4-4 the score. Somerset and New Britain are tied here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Some baseball to your summer? 10-game mini plans are on sale now with the New Britain Bees. Signing up for a 10-game mini plan.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I master-passed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
Let's also bark in the park here at New Britain Stadium. Some pumps around the ballpark. Here, woofing. That is to be expected. And out towards right field. It bangs off the wall. 1 run will score.
Going back whenever Cross did that runner out where Coach Glenn Barker might have wishing he wouldn't have been so bold.
Against the Willimantic native, who also serves as the Bees pitching coach. Gilblair will face Bortnick, Eggleston, and Kelly here. Throws low to mid-90s from the left side, does Sean Gilblair. As the Bees use their 5th pitcher out of the pen, 6th pitcher overall in today's game. They do have the off day tomorrow. So 4-4 the score. Gilblair sets the first pitch to Bortnick. Swung on and fouled off right at the plate. Skelton tried to hold on, couldn't. The count is 0-1. Coming set again, Gilblair. The pitch. This is popped up over towards first base in foul ground. Maddox gives chase. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Gilblair induces the foul out for out number 1.
There's been a few foul pop-outs or flyouts this game.
2 recorded by Marrero and 1 recorded now by Craig Maddox. As Aaron Eggleston, a left-handed batter, comes to the plate.
If Bees can keep this game tied, it'd be a chance for a walk-off victory in the bottom half of the 9th.
That would be the ideal situation. Bees have 1 walk-off this year in regulation. They have also won their last 6 games in extras. Showing bunt is Eggleston. He did not go. Ball 1. Gilblair comes set, high kick, the pitch, good breaking ball. And that froze Aaron Eggleston, 1-1 the count. That was a nasty curveball. One is in for a strike, 1-2 the count. In the bottom of the 9th, the Bees will send Baca, Skelton, and McGuigan to the plate. They do have Kajimoto on the bench. Good pinch hit. Ivan Villascusa and Tyoshi Fujiwara, who had a pinch hit experience yesterday. As this is grounded down the first base side, just foul. And the count remains 1-2. That was foul by inches.
Good thing it was foul, because it might have been went down the line for a double.
Yesterday, as this is grounded down the first base side,
just foul.
Coming set, Gilblair, the 1-2. This is hammered out towards right field, hooking foul. Lands in the Bees bullpen. Finish that thought about Fujiwara. Yesterday he came up with 2 on, 2 out, roped a double down the right field line for his first professional hit. So the pressure clearly does not faze him. One, 2 once again. Off the plate with a slider, 2-2 the count. Two and 2. Gilblair kicks and deals, just misses off the plate. With a fastball, count runs full. Four to 4 the score. Somerset out hitting the Bees 7-6. Bees have made 2 errors, Patriots 1. This is slashed into the bleachers down the left field line. That was hard hit right at the bleachers.
Little battle going between these two here.
3-2. Misses low, ball 4. So the go-ahead run will be at first base with 1 out. Scott Kelly comes to the plate. Kelly 0 for 3 with a sac fly and an RBI. Gilblair up to 11 pitches with just 1 out in the inning. Cheating in is Jovan Rosa at third. The pitch, Kelly will slash this out towards left field, backing up Bierfeld. He'll reach over his head and make the catch on a line. So Kelly hit it hard, but right at Bierfeld, and that will be out number 2. So 2 down, runner still at first, and Marrero comes to the plate. Marrero 2 for 4. His last 2 at-bats have been flyouts to left. Before that, a single and a double. He scored the first Somerset run of the game.
Gilblair just needs 1 more out to get out of this top of the 9th and bring up the offense to see what they can do.
And the Bees will have their 9 1-2 hitters due up. Baca, Skelton, and McGuigan in the 9th inning. Gilblair comes set. The pitch. Fastball just misses away. Ball 1. The 1-0. Fastball up high, just over belt level, 2-0.
Doesn't want to leave the ball up too much. That means Patriots hitter could extend and drive it.
Rosario waits on deck, a right-handed hitter. Gilblair wants to get the lefty Marrero here. Over at first base is Eggleston. Gilblair checks him, the 2-0. Strike over the inside part of the plate. Marrero tried to sell that was inside. Mike Williams, the home plate umpire, doesn't buy it. So 2-1 the count. Two and 1. Instead, Gilblair will check on the runner at first. Eggleston back standing.
Wants to make sure he doesn't advance to too large of a lead, because that could turn into a stolen base, or potentially if he gets out far enough.
Two and 1. Maddox holding the runner. Breaking ball misses low. 3-1 now the count. This is skied out towards left field. Rosa looking at it in foul territory. It'll make the seats, and the count runs full. So Eggleston will be able to get a running start over at first base, with Marrero facing the full count. Gilblair toes the rubber, takes a deep breath out on the mound. He comes set. 3-2, swung on and missed as the fastball gets by Marrero, and the side is retired. So Gilblair comes back and he strikes out Christian Marrero to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Walk-off could win it, as it's 4-4, Bees and Patriots here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
From lazy days by the shore to exciting nights.
Can't get a signal? So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just nix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Modern life deserves a modern way to pay. On your phone and online, so you don't miss his first birthday.
Tickets. I MasterPassed it.
MasterPass, the secure way to pay from your bank. Don't just buy it, MasterPass it.
At True Timber, we pour everything we have into the details of our pattern. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We only use the highest quality, real-life digital photography to create our pattern, because there's a difference between looking real and being real. True Timber, we're almost real, isn't real enough.
To the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
New pitcher on the mound for the Somerset Patriots as we head to the 9th. It's Kyler Newby who takes over for Dustin Mulligan. Mulligan went an inning. He struck out 2, walked 1, and Newby is on. He was due to face Baca, Skelton, and McGuigan, but on for Michael Baca is Joshi Fujiwara, 1-for-1 in his pro career with a 2-run double. He will lead things off for the New Britain Bees here in the 9th inning against Kyler Newby. So we have drama. A walk-off could win it. 4-4 the score. Somerset out hitting New Britain 7-6. The Bees 2 errors. The Patriots 1. Fujiwara pinch hit in the 8th inning yesterday. He slashes this one foul. And that will be strike 1. Fujiwara, left-handed hitter. Tends to run as he swings, a la Ichiro Suzuki. He pinch hit in the bottom of the 8th yesterday with that 2-run double. The 0-1. This is out towards right field, a base hit. Fujiwara's had 2 at-bats in his pro career, and they've both been hits. A double and a single. And now the winning run is at first base with James Skelton coming to the plate.
James Skelton coming to the plate, and no outs on the board either.
Skelton has a single, 2 walks in today's game. 1 for 2. He's also struck out. Omo Rosario already in on the grass at third base. Fujiwara, a moderate lead over at first. The pitch showing bunt is Skelton. He lays down a good one. Fujiwara headed to second. Newby will flip it to first. The sacrifice is good. And the winning run is in scoring position after a great sacrifice by James Skelton. Newby fielded that one, and he flipped it to Bortnick covering. And now Jake McGuigan bats with a runner at second and 1 out.
Just like Whitey Herzog of the St. Louis Cardinals, Bees trying to play small ball to get their runner advanced around.
Newby allowing the leadoff single. He now bears down on McGuigan. Jovan Rosa waits on deck. McGuigan already has a double in today's game, also has a sacrifice, but they likely won't do that here. Rosario playing back at third. First pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
And Jovan Rosa on deck has a 3-run home run.
Deep breath for Newby on the mound. Now he comes to the belt. He checks on Fujiwara. He's going to throw back. Retreating is Fujiwara. Bortnick was the one coming in to cover. Fujiwara is back standing. The 19-year-old Fujiwara starts his pro career with 2 hits. A double yesterday as a pinch hitter. A single today as a pinch hitter. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. As a breaking ball misses away. McGuigan, right-handed hitter, has some power, not much, but has hit 2 home runs this year, both in the same game in Sugar Land. Newby spins off the mound. Fujiwara back at second. One and one. The pitch to the plate, way away. Donahue to the backhand to get that. 2-1 the count.
Would have been a nice time to been off and running with the pitch.
I don't think they're going to risk it with a runner in scoring position. Fujiwara has, again, played an inning of professional baseball. I think they're going to be content to keep him at second base here. They don't want to risk a base running error. He did have a little bit of a mental lapse yesterday in the field. 2-1 misses high. 3-1. A hitter's count for Jake McGuigan with Rosa on deck. They put McGuigan on. They'll face a better hitter in Rosa, but they will have the double play set up. The 3-1 coming to Jake McGuigan. Fujiwara, short lead off second. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. McGuigan walks. His run does not matter, as Rosa will come to the plate. The runner at second, Kiyoshi Fujiwara, is the winning run as Rosa comes to the plate. A 3-run home run to his credit, 2 for 4. He also has a single in today's game. So Rosa can end this with the swing of a bat, but it doesn't need to leave the park. The pitch from Newby. Fastball in for a strike. That tailed back in towards Rosa's body. 0-1 the count. This game, maybe the third game of the second half. But it feels like a playoff game as Rosa swings and misses at a pitch low. 0-2. Waiting on deck is Craig Maddox. The 0-2 pitch coming from Newby. This is off the plate, 1-2. By my calculation, Connor Bierfeld, no matter what, would be the last batter of the inning. Rosa reaches, or Maddox reaches, and if the other records an out, no one can get up after Connor Bierfeld without the game being won or heading to the 10th. 1-2, grounded off. Newby with a broken bat. It will be safe everywhere, and the bases are loaded. An infield hit for Jovan Rosa, who was sprinting to first base full bore. That off the body of Newby, hit off his ankle, ricocheted towards the third base side, and Rosa was going full bore to first. By the time Newby recovered and grabbed the ball, he had only a play to first, opted to eat the ball, and now Maddox will bat with 1 out. The base is loaded. Infield in at the corners, up the middle at double play depth. Maddox 1 for 3 with a walk in today's game. A walk here wins the game for New Britain. Waiting on deck is Connor Bierfeld. He would be the absolute last batter in the inning. First pitch down low, blocked by Donahue. Ball 1.
Has the outfield came in at all, or are they at their normal depth?
The outfield is straight away and right and left and in at center. They are all playing on the same even plane. Maddox, known for opposite field hitting, not really a pull hitter. All he needs to do is poke one out to the outfield or hit one deep enough to right or left for a fly out.
Just hit it to the warning track and the game's over in the outfield.
The base runner at third is Fujiwara. At second is McGuigan. Over at first is Rosa. Rosa has the first baseman playing in front of him. This one chopped out to the mound. Newby gets it, he bobbles it, ball game over! The New Britain Bees win on a walk-off! As Fujiwara scores on a chopper back to the pitcher, ball game over, New Britain Bees win! It is an A bases loaded error by Kyler Newby, E1, and that's how this one comes to a close. The final score, New Britain 5, Somerset 4. We'll be back in a moment with the post-game recap here on the New Britain Bees Broadcast Network.
Your summer 10-game mini plans are on sale now with the New Britain Bees. Signing up for a 10-game mini plan includes a special early entrance to New Britain Stadium, a 10% discount at Bee Hive and Company, first opportunity for 2017 playoff tickets, an opportunity to throw out a first pitch, and more. For more information and to get your mini plan today, visit nbbbees.com/tickets and click on the mini plan tab, or call the box office at 860-826-BEES. Bees fans, stay up to date on the latest team news and notes by following the Bees on social media. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/NewBritainBees, Twitter @NewBritainBees, Instagram @NewBritainBees, and follow us on Snapchat as well. New Britain Bees is the handle there. Community events, game day photos, game results, transactions, upcoming promotions, and more. Follow the Bees on social media.
It's better with the Bees.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that would bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Come see why it's better with the Bees, Connecticut's most affordable, family-friendly baseball. Great action and even better memories every time out. Tickets start at $5. Call 860-826-BEES or visit nbbbees.com.
New Britain Bees baseball. It's better with the Bees.
Rosa has the first baseman playing in front of him. This one chopped out to the mound. Newby gets it, he bobbles it, ball game over! The New Britain Bees win on a walk-off! As Fujiwara scores on a chopper back to the pitcher, on a bases-loaded error here at New Britain Stadium. They win by a 5-4 score. Winning pitcher Sean Gilblair gets his first win of the 2017 season. He is now 1-2 on the year, excuse me. Kyler Newby, who made the game-ending error, drops to 2-4. No save in a game that took 2 hours and 43 minutes here in front of 2,800 plus at New Britain Stadium. And what a game it was. The New Britain Bees would take the lead in the first inning after a leadoff walk to James Skelton, a double by Jake McGuigan, and a 3-run home run by Jovan Rosa. Rosa's 8th home run of the 2017 season gave the Bees a 3-1 lead. Actually, the 9th home run of Rosa's season, and his 40th, 41st, and 42nd RBI to lead the Bees in that category. Somerset would get on the board in the top of the 4th. A 1-out double by Christian Marrero, a single by Omar Rosario, and a sac fly by Kyle Roller made it 3-1. The Bees would retaliate in the bottom of the 4th. A leadoff walk to Connor Bierfeld. Again, the leadoff walk proving harmful. A strikeout by Hinshaw, a single by Kraus, an error on Jamar Walton by the third baseman Rosario allowed the Bees to have the bases loaded. Then a bases loaded walk by James Skelton made it 4-1 New Britain. That's how things would stay until the 7th. Somerset gets 3 runs as they sent 8 men to the plate. First 3 runners, Roller, Golson, and Gonzalez all got hits, and they were able to tie the game at 4. Bees would not score in the 7th or the 8th, so we went to the 9th inning. Kyler Newby entered for the Somerset Patriots, and he faced the pinch-hitting Joshi Fujiwara. Fujiwara, his 2nd pro at-bat, his 2nd professional hit. A leadoff single, a sacrifice bunt from James Skelton put him at 2nd. Jake McGuigan walked to put a runner at first base as well. Jovan Rosa with an infield single off of Kyler Newby. Then Craig Maddox came to the plate. He chopped one back to the mound. Newby bobbled it Fujiwara scored, and the Bees were victorious. With the win, New Britain improved to 28-45 on the year. That's win number 13 at home. They're now 2-1 in the second half and won their first series. Meanwhile, the loss to Somerset, 43-30 on the year. They are 1-2 in the second half and now 9-4 against the Bees. New Britain has the off day tomorrow. Then they finish off the pre-All-Star break portion of the schedule by heading down to face the Bridgeport Bluefish for 3 games this weekend. Nick Greenwood gets the start on Friday, Brian Dupre on Saturday, and Kyle Simon will pitch the Sunday day game. All games available on Facebook and YouTube here on the New Britain Broadcast Network. And the Bees will return home on July 14th after the All-Star break to face the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Check out nbbees.com for all the previews, and to get your tickets, visit the website, call 860-826-BEES, or visit the New Britain Stadium box office. My name is Chris Knobloch. For my broadcast partner, Bryce Weiler, the final score for the final time, New Britain walks it off. A 5-4 win for the Bees at home to send the crowd home happy. We'll be back on Friday from Bridgeport, but until then, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll talk to you on Friday night from the Magic City. Have a great night, everyone.